with Microcom Technologies, and I'd like to thank all of you for this webinar with POE Texas. And here you can see today Tyler Andrews. He is their CEO, and he'll be presenting today. If anyone has any questions, please submit them in the question box for Tyler, of course, and he'll be able to answer them at the end of today's presentation. Tyler, thank you so much for being with Microcom today. We greatly appreciate it. Looking forward to what you have for us today, so please go ahead and take it on over.
Thank you, Julie, very much for having me back in your webinar series. It's a lot of fun. This time, I thought I'd change things up a little to do somewhat of a live demo of our technology that most customers use, POE for a room schedule. Now, ironically though, when I started looking up on YouTube the best live tech demos, all I really found was a long list of live tech demo fails, and it looks like live tech demos are far more often failing rather than succeeding. And while hilarious to watch, I have no desire to have you watch me do my own live tech demo fail. So we actually changed it up to do a little bit of a hybrid approach for now, with some things live and some things pre-recorded. But I've done live recordings before. Who knows, you may still get to see your very own live tech demo fail. Let's dive right in. I talk a lot about Power over Ethernet and USB Type-C. If you haven't watched some of our earlier webinars here with Microcom on PoE to USB-C conversion, definitely go back and watch those, because I cover a lot more about this technology in detail, how it works, and what it means for you. For today, I'll narrow in on a very specific use case so you can see how we use PoE to USB-C on a regular basis for conference room schedulers with iPads. Let's check it out. So I'm sure you're looking at me right now saying, hey, look, digital conference room schedulers aren't anything new. We've seen digital conference room signage for years. However, the most important part, those digital signs can cost upwards of thousands of dollars and include expensive recurring licensing fees and software fees. That's where PoE to USB-C comes in. This technology allows you to use an iPad as a room scheduler. And rather than using an expensive proprietary device that requires specific programming expertise to use, we've made the solution easy by pulling together everything you need: the iPad enclosure, the PoE converter, and the software. So all you need to do is provide an iPad, which in this case, with the kit that I'm showing on the screen, is an iPad 10th generation. So to get you going, let me show you how this all gets set up. It's that easy. It really is not that much more complicated than that. The one added feature that I'll talk about is you can buy your Dash description from us, and on the webpage that I'm showing below, you'll find our manual pages and YouTube videos showing how to do the installation on all of our products, whether you're doing larger iPads, smaller iPads, you want to do wall mounted with an angle bracket, whatever you need, we've got the installations there. And to make the installation even easier, we've added a QR code on the back of the iPad enclosure. So once you've mounted it, simply take a picture of the QR code, it will download the app and install it for you. I'll give a quick note here. The Dash app is 100% free to use as a room scheduling software. Once it's connected to your calendar, then it shows the meetings that you can schedule using your normal scheduling software like Microsoft Outlook, Google, iCalendar, and it natively includes the color changing functions, that little bar that changes color, it natively includes that in the free version of the app. So you can have a fully functional scheduled display for just the cost of the iPad and the enclosure. Now, if your client would like to customize the look and the feel of the Dash app, you can take it to the next level by simply purchasing either a business license for one device or an enterprise license for larger deployments. What happens when you come to POE Texas, you buy the license from us and we'll send you a code, a pairing code that you'll input on that subscription page, and then you'll be able to pair all of your devices. So with that, it is really that simple. I'm going to try and answer a few commonly asked questions about our products, and then I'll turn it back over to Julie. First question, what iPad does it work on? This solution, the one that I showed today, works initially with what we have in stock with the iPad 10th Gen and 11th Gen. If you need something like the iPad Mini or the iPad Pro or the iPad Air, let us know. We can always provide them. We just don't stock them on the shelves every day because the iPad 10th Gen is by far the most common iPad for this application. So the next question that we get is, and I'll break that up, what kind of POE do you need? It really depends on the kit that you're using. In the video that I showed, we're using traditional 12-watt POE. For iPad Mini, iPad 10th and 11th Gen, iPad Air, the smaller iPad Air version, you only need 12 watts or what you might consider normal PoE to get it to work. If you have PoE Plus or you want to go up to the iPad Pro, we have PoE Plus versions that allow you other features like gigabit data rates, more power, those types of things. But really, you can be just fine with PoE. Next question, what colors can I choose from? Our enclosures come stock black or silver. If you need a customized color, we can do a customized run for you. It's anodized aluminum, so you can get whatever color you need. Do the lights on the enclosure work by itself? If you're using the Dash app, the functionality to control the little light on the side to turn green if the space is available, orange if the space is about to be used, and red if the space is in use, comes natively in the Dash app. All you need to do is plug in the iPad and sync the connector or sync the light, and you're off to the races. So it works great. Now, if you're trying to use another app, we do have an app that we can share with you. So for example, if you don't want to use Dash, you want to use your own other device, we have applications that we can give you, both are an APK or another application to let you choose your own color and demonstrate color to your clients. And can I customize the display? So to customize the user experience on the display, all you need to do is buy a business license or an enterprise license. The business license allows you to customize the display to whatever you need. You can choose a new logo, background, buttons, colors, the full, like the experience is completely customizable for whatever you'd like to be, fonts, everything. If you would like to be able to customize it and add mobile device manager access, because it makes it scalable for the enterprise, you buy an enterprise license and then the app can be deployed through your MDM. So with all of those questions out of the way, Julie, I'm really ready to answer any questions you and your audience may have about this product, but it is pretty straightforward and one that customers really like because it allows them to get the digital signage they want for a price they can afford using equipment that they know they can redeploy later without it becoming a pretty expensive paperweight when you're done with it. So Julie, back to you.
Thank you so much, Tyler. We enjoyed that. That was great. Let's see here. Can you tell us about the warranties on these? Give us an overview on that.
Sure. We cover all of our products with a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like it in the first 30 days, you send it back to us, no questions asked. Then we have a 1-year manufacturer's warranty, so that between now and 1 year, once you installed it, we'll warranty that enclosure. Now, unfortunately, I can't warranty an iPad, but I know Apple has their own warranties. And if you're doing a larger deployment, or you would just like the peace of mind, we do sell AIG-backed insurance policies on all of our equipment, so you can buy an extended 3 or 4 year warranty period on all of our products to extend that. So feel free to let us know. We're happy to help out.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And I like the fact that things are customizable like you just described.
Yes.
If one were to go to your website, can you tell us about, obviously just, throw out your website or URL name, and where would a new customer go to find something like this, and what would they come across?
So if you go to our website that I'm showing down below at www.poetexas.com, if you're looking specifically for this product, look under dash subscriptions. You'll find where you can buy the license and all the products that are compatible with that license. And you'll find everything else. If you look on our website, you can also find lots of other very exciting things like POE-enabled tablets, so you don't have to buy an iPad. For roughly the same price, you can just get a full POE tablet with its own LED ring on it. We even have one called Meeting Portal that includes our control system for lighting and automation. Those are options that you can find there. And then you can find our whole suite of products, from switches to injectors to tools to lighting and automation. And I'll let you know, one of the things that I like about our switches, if you get into our switch space, all of our switches have a cool feature that I like to tell people about called the Ping Watchdog. What it will do is, for example, with this device, if your device, whether it's an iPad or whether it's one of our tablet mounts, if it loses network connectivity for any reason, and that can happen with iPads every once in a while, they like to drop devices, it will automatically reboot the POE and reestablish connection. So that's a handy tool. If you have the option to provide your own POE switch or injector, let us know. We've got great POE switches and injectors that can help make your installation go better and smoother.
Thank you, Tyler. That sounds really fantastic. Question is, regarding competitors' comparable services like this, can you tell us about that? Because it sure sounds like POE Texas has got a really great product here.
It is something that we're very proud of. One of the things that we're most proud of is this is a full functional service for the price of the hardware. I know of no one else out there who even offers anything close. You buy the hardware, you have a fully functional device, you don't have to commit to a 10-year, 20-year licensing fee where you're paying every month. This works for free and it does what you need it to do. Now you can upgrade to a license, which is great, And the software service, even in its free mode, is comparable to most paid solutions. Now, when you upgrade to your customization, then it looks like you whitelisted or created your own app rather than paying a licensing fee to have somebody else brand their information on your control screen or you're on your room scheduler. So that's a real advantage for how this stands out. You can start with just paying for the hardware costs and getting a free app. And when you upgrade to a paid license, you get full control of the design and the look of the scheduler. So it looks like your scheduler or your client's scheduler. And it doesn't look like you're paying a licensing fee so somebody can put their scheduler information in your conference room.
That sounds great. It looks like it's our scheduler or whomever else it might, whoever else it might be. That's fantastic. Can you tell us about some hardware? Where are those products of yours manufactured?
Much like Apple and the iPad, we manufacture in Shenzhen in China. So our products do come out of Shenzhen in China. Typically on the same boats with China. Now, I know there's a question coming up that people are going to ask tariffs and should we expect a huge tariff problem? The answer is not quite. It's an interesting little detail. So Julie, don't go around telling everybody this. And those of you who are watching this are going to find out. It turns out that there are a few codes that are protected from many of the tariffs that are currently out there because they're companies like Apple and they're companies like Cisco who have a lot more influence than I've got. But it's meant that their tariffs aren't going to be as punishing. And it just so happens because of the business we're in and the codes that we have used for the past 10 years apply to those tariff exemptions. So far, we've avoided 90% of the tariffs. I will tell you that there will be some potential tariff surcharges. If you're watching, Ubiquiti came out with their tariff surcharges, and there's going to be a few other companies that are going to do surcharges. I can't guarantee that we won't be able to not have some surcharges or some minor price adjustments. But what I can tell you is it is not going to be some huge destructive change to our business. We do very well. We work with companies like Apple and Cisco and Ubiquiti. We bring our products in from that area, and they're still around, and so we're still around and are going to do very well for the next few years because we offer such a good product.
Excellent. Thank you, Tyler, for all of that. And I did not know about tariff exemptions, but not that I know all about tariffs. It's a bit of a complicated thing that I never talk about it.
Yeah, but don't tell everybody I told you that. Otherwise,
no.
Somebody's going to come knocking on my door and they're like, "Hey, are you telling people how to get around tariffs?" And then
No. Hey, but there's all kinds of stuff going on that there's all kinds of details and exemptions to many things. So thank you for that. Can you tell us a little bit about AI and if you, meaning POE Texas, is using it or going to use it in the near future? Does it even apply to anything that you're working on?
It's a great question. AI in the Power over Ethernet world is actually the other way around. Power over Ethernet and these types of products make AI possible and more powerful. The big problem with AI is it needs data. It needs something to train on. It needs information that it can use and grow with. And the benefit for what we do, especially POE Texas, both with our automation and our room scheduling information, is we're actually finally collecting the data so that your building, your spaces, your infrastructure is accessible to AI. If I'm just using a piece of paper that I slide in my door for my conference room scheduler, there's nothing that AI can do about it. I mean, you can ask ChatGPT, is my conference room schedule booked and when is it booked? And it's gonna laugh at you and go, I have no idea. But now that you are enabling digital signage with power over Ethernet, key here being power over Ethernet is using Ethernet, which is the worldwide standard for communication. It is how AIs get their data. If you go to a data center, you'll see network cables plugging into all of these AI servers. So it's actually the inverse. We are helping AI become relevant because we are finally taking the information and the data that we produce every day just by living and giving it the possibility to be used by AI. I give that big caveat for possibility. Your data is your data. At POE Texas, that is our policy. It's your data. You can choose what you want to do with it. We aren't taking your data and feeding it into a separate AI. We collect the data, we make that data available to you, and you can decide how you want to use it. And if you're interested in AI, this is how you're going to take how you're going to make your AI information more powerful by having it available. But again, like I said, we respect your privacy. It's your data. We're not sharing it with AIs. We're not training AIs on your data.
Thank you so much for that, Tyler. Question here. Everything sounds very, very easy to use. However, if somebody does need tech support, what's the best thing for them to do to reach out to POE Texas?
We have a US-based, an Austin-based technical team right here. Sorry, it's right there. They are fantastic. They have a 1-hour service level agreement where if you contact us and you don't get to talk to a real live person who can help you, we will get back in touch with you within an hour during business hours. So we have world-class technical support. You talk to real people who are real experts in the technology. All of our support team members are fully empowered to deal with both your, hey, where's my package questions, all the way to how do I program this thing to get it to do what I need to do. We answer questions, we take your problems and we make them real. This is an important and very big distinction. We don't do the, I can't answer your question, let me give you a phone number for somebody else to call and sit on wait. Our technical support staff are fully empowered to answer your questions and deal with your problems there. Now they may say, hey, let me get some other information, but you're talking to one person who's solving the problem. It's a model that we've lived by for the last 10 years. It's a model that we're going to continue to live by because we feel like that is how customers need support. They don't need the runaround. They don't need to get to call 10 different numbers and wait on hold to talk to 20 different people. You call, you'll talk to somebody. So use the information below and you'll get the help that you need.
Tyler, that sounds fantastic. Thank you so much for answering all of those questions for us today. And thank you to everyone joining today as well. And if anyone does have any further questions, there's the POE Texas number. And of course, please feel free to, if you need to, call your sales rep or email us at sales@microcomtech.com. And if you wish to view any of the products mentioned or shown today, please remember that this webinar presentation has been recorded and it will be uploaded to our Microcom YouTube channel so we can all view it again. I go back and view them too sometimes, so anyone can do that. Tyler, thank you so much for your time. We greatly appreciate it. I will get in touch with you so we can do this again in the near future. And everybody, have a fantastic day. Thanks, Tyler.
Thank you.